$70 million performance car, I'm about to blow my life savings. Hey gearheads, I hope you brought your checkbooks. Wait a minute, do people still use checks? Anyway, scratch that. I hope you brought your Bitcoin and gold bars because I'm about to introduce you to the most expensive cars on the planet. I'm telling you, these price tags are bananas. But before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Jen, I'm a car lover, tech expert, and you may have come across my many car and tech shows on TV and social media. But if you like fun technology talk or you want to learn about some cool cars, aircraft, and more, please do me a favor and smack that subscribe button and turn your bell notifications on. That way you're in the know when I post a new video. All right, ready to get up close and personal? Let's roll it. The Gordon Murray T50. Thinking to yourself, sorry, never heard of it. Well, maybe you've heard of the McLaren F1. Well, my dear gearheads, the engineer of the famed McLaren F1, Gordon Murray, has been an exceptional automaker for 50 years. And in his honor, Gordon Murray Automotive is building 100 road cars and 25 track-only vehicles for this anniversary hypercar. Billed by many as the last great analog supercar, the T50 is in fact a manual and built in an effort to pick up where the F1 left off. I mean, just look at it. So ridiculously good looking and features the 3-seat configuration with the driver in the middle in true F1 fashion. So with many auto houses out there focusing on electric models, hybrids, and other sustainable initiatives, Murray is saying rubbish with all of that and instead going pedal to the metal with good old-fashioned gas-guzzling technology. Equipped with a powerful skin-peeling, naturally aspirated V12 engine, the Gordon Murray team is claiming that the T50 can go a whopping 220 miles per hour. Want to ride off into the sunset with your very own tantalizing T50? Well, my friends, you're going to have to pony up and around 3 million big ones to do so if you want a piece of the last great analog supercar. Next up, the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus. At almost double the cost, the Bugatti's Chiron Supersport 300 Plus provides speed and power alongside the beauty that truly makes a Bugatti a Bugatti. Under the hood of the bespoke piece of automotive art lies decades of expert craftsmanship and years of automotive integrity. Frankly, I dare you to see one in person and not tear up. It's just so dang impressive. The sinuous curves it wears on its sleek facade are futuristic, but its quad turbocharged 8-liter W16 motor dishes out a crazy 1,577 horsepower. Years ago, this vehicle was the first to break the then golden speed barrier of 300 miles per hour. And so much like the most expensive car in the world, this Bugatti has a claim to fame that will never allow its value to depreciate. Oh, and did I mention that the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus accelerates from 0 to 60 in only 2.4 seconds? I tried to say that in 2.4 seconds. All right, curious as to how ridiculously expensive this ride is? Well, lucky for you car collectors out there, only 30 have ever been sold, making it extremely hard to come by. But if you did want to join this elite Chiron club, well, expect to shell out around $5.7 million. This is the 2021 Bugatti Centodieci. Not only insane in the membrane exclusive with only 10 of these luxurious hypercars ever being sold, but it's also spine-tingling fast as well. I'll explain. With a 1,577 horsepower quad-turbo W16 engine, it may not be the fastest Bugatti currently on the road, but it is the quickest accelerating. With this car, Bugatti pays homage to the EB110, a supercar produced in the early 90s that didn't quite have the timing to perform as it was hoped to do. But not to worry, my Bugatti lovers, this car will more than make up for that one. Bugatti has posted a claimed 0 to 62 time of just over 2.4 seconds. and a top speed of 236 miles per hour. All right, I realize that's a tad slower than the Chiron, but this hair-raising hypercar has a much more decadent and distinct modern aesthetic and unique bodywork. Check it out. If you're looking for the creme de la creme of the car world, this 110 takes the cake with a soul-crushing $9 million price tag. If that number doesn't scare you off, well, keep in mind that despite the high price point, each exclusive model has already found a happy home. You can't even buy one if you wanted to. Ready to dive headfirst into supercar heaven? Well then, you will absolutely fall madly in lust with this top pedigree of performance, the Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta. It translates from Italian to mean little boat. And talk about making waves. This topless blue two-seater is evidently exactly how Horacio Pagani, the founder of Pagani Automobile, would have made his ideal Zonda, the supercar that started it all for him. Boasting a 7.3-liter naturally aspirated AMG V12 engine, this showstopper is serving you up a generous helping of 760 horsepower, which is the same power output of Pagani's track focus Huayra BC, and a boatload of bewitching blue. I mean, just look at it! Jewel-worthy doesn't even begin to describe. Made almost entirely from carbon fiber and sitting on a chassis made from a material Pagani calls Carbo Titanium, this posh speedster actually weighs less than a Camry and has tons of notable features. I mean, just check out its roof scoop. There is no actual roof to speak of, it just looks wild. Alright, how exclusive is this highfalutin namesake? Well, with only 3 limited edition models ever being made, get this, one of the 3 was gifted to the OG HP himself. In other words, Pagani Automobile gave one of the highly sought after 3 to Horacio Pagani himself for his 60th birthday. So if we're doing the math right, that makes only 2 of these extremely limited editions left for the taking. So, what kind of staggering price tag would you slap onto a car of that caliber? Deep breath, brace yourselves for what I'm about to say. $17.5 million for each of the last 2 remaining Barchettas. And that if you could get your hands on it. Not to come full circle, but remember when I said earlier that this will make you fall madly in lust? Well, I said that because of these 2 beauties, well, they're seriously spoken for. In other words, they're in a committed relationship with someone that's not you. So as far as we're all concerned, we can only admire from afar, but no touchy. All right, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Yes, 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 the #1 most expensive supercar on today's list. #1. The 1963 Ferrari 250 GT. We're not worthy. All right, often called the Holy Grail of Ferraris, this automotive masterpiece is without a shadow of a doubt the unicorn of the horsepower world. Here's the deets. Rare, check. Highly sought after, check. Style to perfection, check, check. This automotive icon is more than just a pretty face though. Wait until you hear about its even more impressive title-worthy record on the track. In 1964, the 250 GTO won the Tour de France automobile race, marking the 9th year in a row that Ferrari won that race. Not only was it victorious in the Tour de France though, it also placed in Le Mans. Not sure what Le Mans is? Well, it's arguably the best car race in the world. I digress. So, with a top speed of 174 miles per hour and an acceleration of 0 to 60 in 6.1 seconds, these stats were undeniably fast, but keep in mind, those performance specs were in the 1960s, making this car basically the fastest in the world. And now, decades later, this 1963 Ferrari 250 GT remains the most expensive car in the world. by a long shot. With only 39 of these cars ever made between 1962 and 1963, some of the current owners of this most expensive car of all time include American fashion designer Ralph Lauren, Pink Floyd drummer Nick Mason, and John A. Shirley, the former president and COO of Microsoft. All right, ready to find out the final price point for this Picasso performance? Brace yourselves, people. You may just go broke hearing the number. The final cost of this rare Ferrari is an inconceivable $70 million. All right, gearheads, now that I've picked my jaw off the ground, I want to hear from you. What is your favorite high-priced supercar, and what would you splurge on? Are there any knockout rides you want me to feature as well? Let me know what other Ultimate Sheens you want to see me talk about. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn your bell notifications on. That way you're the first to know every time I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again next time.